Good afternoon. This is Lewis and welcome to lesson 9 of the series titled You Are What You Think, Cognitive Solutions for Everyday Problems. So what is the goal for today? The goal for today is to learn a new type of strategy, what to do when we start feeling overwhelmed. What to do when the goal we're trying to reach is much more complicated than when we originally thought. Many of us never reach our goals because we focus on the end result. We look and focus only on that. We see ourselves 50 pounds lighter. We focus only on that. We focus on being able to run that mile without being tired, without stopping, without being fatigued. We see ourselves in that house, with that dog, with that husband or wife, just being happy. And then we look at where we currently are. We look at our bank account and see that it's empty. We look at our fitness level and realize that that going up the stairs, we're already breathing hard. We look at our weight and we're so overweight and we can't really do much. So knowing where we are right now and where we're trying to be can become very overwhelming. And so we give up on ourselves because it seems like the goal is just too far away. So this technique called graded exposure, it teaches us that in order to reduce overwhelming feeling, in order to still feel confident and feel motivated to continue pushing on our goals, we have to break our goals into little steps. And by breaking the big goal into little steps, we start focusing on the little accomplishments. So if yesterday I can only run 1/4 of a mile, and today I was able to run half a mile, yes, I haven't reached my 1 mile, but I am much better than I was yesterday. So that keeps us motivated, keeps us pushing forward. So here's an example. Something's going to pop in the screen, and we're going to identify the goal and the problem. So here's the goal. The goal is I want to go out in public places with my friends and not feel anxious. Something that a lot of us want to do. And what is the problem? I don't go out much in public because I get anxious around large groups of people. So I get anxious is the problem, and I want to become less anxious and feel confident around my friends so I can go out more with them. So if you look at where you're at right now, where you can't even get out of the house, then of course being out in public will seem very, very impossible. So graded exposure teaches that we can break that huge goal into little steps. So if my goal is to be more confident, maybe the first step is to change my negative self-talk from I can't or it's impossible to I can with time and practice. So changing the words. And once I'm able to do that, maybe the second step is to walk 1 mile at the park in the morning with a friend, a time when there's not many people around, walk 1 mile and just go home. So you see, little by little, I'm introducing some people into the public place. Maybe the third step is to go to Target around 11 a.m. where it's not that busy, go with a friend, walk around, and just go home. Maybe the fourth step is join a small group of people who share similar interests. So if you're into pets, if you're into some kind of fundraiser, joining that group. And maybe the next step, the fifth step, is walking and attending a 5K walk that on a cause that I believe in. So if you look at that, I started with not being able to get out of the house. And the goal being to be able to get out of the house and have some fun and not feel embarrassed. By introducing little things. And little things first, going to Target, changing my thoughts, going around the mall or around a certain time. By slowly introducing myself to being in public spaces, the goal of being in public with my friends seems more feasible. I start focusing on the little successes. And an example that is so simple that we can all relate to is that mile. If running that mile seems very, very difficult, let me just start by changing my diet. Right? Maybe the second step is I only will run 1/4 of a mile and walk the rest of the 3/4 of a mile. And maybe in 2 weeks, run half the mile and then walk the other half. Maybe in a couple of weeks after that, run 3/4 of a mile, walk the last fourth. So as you see, those little accomplishments get you closer to the goal. And this is exactly what graded exposure is. It is breaking it down. So what is today's homework? Today's homework, it's nothing written, right? But I want you to really look at that goal that you're trying to achieve, that you feel very, very overwhelmed. And I want you to identify what the goal is and what the problem is. What is what you want to be happening, what is not happening. And then I want you to identify 5 steps that get you closer to that goal, that will make you more confident, that will keep you motivated, that measures success little by little. And then, obviously, I won't be able to track this, but actually do it. Try it out. Start with the little steps. And with each little step that you accomplish, sit down and just think, how do I feel? How do I feel about being closer to that goal? Do I still feel confident? Am I being proud of my successes? So, and then when you do that, go to the next step. Sit down. How do I feel now in relation to accomplishing my goal? And you'll see that with every little step that you accomplish, you gain more confidence. You may gain more confidence in yourself. You stay motivated, and that goal that seemed so overwhelming before seems less and less overwhelming. So that is the lesson for today. And I'll see you at lesson 10.